All right, Shalom. First and foremost, gonna give all glory and praises to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahushua by Hashem Kakadash. Double honors to the apostle and elders, great millstone. Peace, citations to the men as I heard pushing this truth. All right, and Shalom to the lake. Just finna get into a quick lesson. All right, just meditating. I did a video yesterday, concerning the White House, what they posted. The race on 6G. All right, and within the post, they was talking about 6G. All right, and basically a new future. And within the new future, they said something about implantable devices. All right, and what is that implantable device they're talking about? The MOTB, the microchip. All right, and I was just thinking about it earlier, like they doing this shit because what? They understand that their time is short. Their time is real short. So what? They're about to try to get their NWO cracking. All right, so they can so-called chip everyone up, and that will upset prophecy. But you're not, hey Esau, you're not gonna be able to do that. So we're gonna start off Revelations 12:12. Therefore rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. All right. So Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, what? He knows that he has a short time. All right. So therefore, he's speeding shit up. All right. Lord willing, hey, it's looking good. 2026. Lord willing, was that year. That we out this motherfucker. So what? They're gonna come down with that great wrath. All right. What does that great wrath consist of? Them coming down upon you, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right. Because what? Within the Georgia Guidestones, what he wants to have 500 million people, on this earth, inhabiting the earth. And how many people right now? Like 9 billion. So that's gonna come with a lot of death. All right. Let me get something else. This is Jeremiah 30, verse 7. It says, alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. All right. See, and this is about to fully pop off. All right. Jacob's trouble is about to fully pop off. All right. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are the true biblical Israelites. All right. Seminole Indians. All right. We are the true Israelites. All right. And if you're not right with Yahweh Shem Yahushua in these times, you're going to be put to death, in these times. All right. Here in Babylon the Great, aka America, But it says, alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. So, no, this is a future prophecy because this day has never happened, There has never been a day in history where, this was the worst time ever, Nah. But now we're in them times. Because what? Esau, they got these robot armies. All right, they got shit that could just blow your whole neighborhood down without them having to be there. It's about to be very, very crucial out here. All right, you're gonna need Yahweh Shem Yahushua. All right, but it says, but he shall be saved out of it. Who is that he? The elect. The elect is gonna be saved, from these times. All right, because what? First and foremost, they was already preordained to escape these times, to be delivered. But what? The elect, they don't know that they're the elect right now. They don't know. But what? They're putting, as the scripture say, roughly paraphrasing, put on therefore as the elect. The elect will be out here, teaching this word. All right, listening to the prophets of GMS. All right, being brotherly. All right, just serving Yahweh Shem Yahushua, not serving this world. Because this world is about to serve, you know, the so-called white man, you know, through that MOTB. All right. But what the scriptures say, I have reserved unto me 7,000 men who shall not, you know, bow the knee to Baal. You know, that 7,000 represents, you know, a complete amount of men, you know, the elect. All right, they're not gonna bow their knee. They're not gonna submit to Esau Edom, the so-called white man, and his system. All right, but a lot of people were gonna submit because of the death, the death that Esau is about to, you know, push throughout the four corners of the earth. All right, this is 2nd Ezra 15 and verse 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against one another, and swords in their hands. All right. So see, it says, woe to the world. All right. That woe going into death and destruction. All right. To the whole. Hey, if you here on this earth and you're not the elect, all right, hey, you're gonna be, niggas is gonna, you know, feel it. All right. Matter of fact, throughout, you know, damn, what's that word? Fuck. It slipped my mind what's the word called, but basically over there on the other side of the world, you know, they're feeling it, you know, through natural disasters. Yahweh Shem Yahushua making a lot of natural disasters, kill hundreds of people. All right, you got, you know, mass shootings all over there. All right, you got, you got buses full of people, you know, buses full of people dying. All right, that's all I've been seeing, you know. Niggas over there just dying. All right, and guess what? It's all gonna come here. Hey, you know, it's all about to come here. All right, Yahweh Shem Yahushua is saving the best for last. Babylon the Great, aka America. All right. Or it says what? Babylon is that golden cup in the Lord's hand. You know. So hey, Yahweh Shem Yahushua can't wait. You know, to unleash the hell over here. You know, because it's soon gonna happen. All right. There are a lot of prideful people over here. They don't think America can be touched, you know. But what? Hey, there's sleeper agents, you know, or sleeper cells, you know, all throughout, you know, America. All right, that's just waiting for that call to unleash hell on you so-called you Americans. You know, next thing you know, it's gonna be mass shootings out here. You know. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and the destruction draweth nigh. All right, so see, the sword and their destruction. The sword going into the modern day gun, you know. And yeah, whatever, any killer instrument, you know, this is all coming. All right. It says, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands. See, it's about to be a lot of bloodshed out here. All right, because of what? Esau, he's about to, you know, you know, the people are seeing that the government, you know, Esau is not for them, you know. So what? People are going to resort to violence. All right, they're going to be like, oh, they don't care about us really. Da, 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 we need to fight back. Da, 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 you know, shit like that. All right. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. And they shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. So see, these are the times that we're coming into. Total anarchy, you know. Because what? Hey, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, he's through with this place, you know. Our prophecy is about to be fulfilled, you know, through these people, you know, coming against the government. All right. That's what the Lord is putting these people's spirit in. This is Mark 3:24. And if a kingdom be divided against itself, that kingdom cannot stand. And if a house be divided against itself, that house cannot stand. So see, And see, it's all types of division here in Babylon the Great, aka America. You got niggas that's down for Trump, you got niggas that's not for Trump. All right, and that's the so-called president. All right, you got people out here, down for this MOTV. You got niggas out here that's not. All right, you got motherfuckers out here that's talking like, oh, do people not see this? Do people don't think that this chip shit is weird? That's how some people are talking on the internet. So this place is totally divided. So it's destined to fall. All right. Here, verse 17, 2 Ezra 15 and 17. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. So see, it's just gonna be all bad here in Babylon the Great, aka America. All right. It's gonna be race wars. All right. You're gonna have wars against the government. All right, or to try to have wars against the government. Then next thing you know, it's gonna be martial law. All right. I feel like I had a dream about something. Verse 18, for because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. And it's going to be a lack of bread here because Esau, all right? Esau wants everybody to take this microchip, all right? So what? He's gonna create this famine, all right? That's why you don't see. That's why they was destroying all these large farms, all right? These what's them shits called? A lot of distribution centers, all right? Because you got this nigga Bill Gates, buying up farms. All right, this nigga don't, he's a technology guy, That's how they're all in the same one accord, And it's gonna be a manufactured famine out here, and it's gonna make these people go crazy to the point where they're gonna be like, I need to eat, I need to feed my family. Let me go to my next door neighbor and see what he got. And he's gonna have a gun, him and his boys or whatever have guns on them, knocking down people's doors, all right, killing them for the lack of bread, all right. And it's gonna be so bad to where these people are gonna be like, I'm tired of this, Man, guess what? Esau gonna come in with that MOTB, the microchip, all right. And he's gonna be like, hey, take this. We got a resolution for all this, So hey, these are the times that we're coming into, I want to get this one too. 2 Ezra 16 and verse shit. Oh, sorry, 17. Woe is me, who will deliver me in those days, all right? And this is Ezra's receiving a vision of the times that we're in now, the times that we're about to enter into, all right? So he's like, hey, woe is me, who's going to deliver me in those days? That's how bad it got. And the previous, I believe, like 2nd Ezra, the 8th chapter or 7th, it was told to Ezra that he's good. Basically, he was the elect. But when he seen this vision, he was like, damn, am I gonna make it? That's how bad it's about to get out here. All right. Verse 18, the beginning of sorrows and great mourning, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the power shall stand in fear. The beginning of evils, what shall I do when these evils shall come? Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for a minute, but for all these things they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges. And yeah, people, hey, our people, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, they're seeing the hell that's coming upon this earth, but what? They're not taking heed that it's Yahweh Shem Yahushua. They're not taking heed that the prophets has been prophesying of these times, all right? And it's playing out right before their eyes, and they're like, hey, we're gonna keep on going on with life. I'm gonna keep on being wicked. I'm gonna keep on, serving myself, instead of serving y'all by Shemal Shah. All right. So hey, it's gonna be a great cry out here, because it's gonna be too late to get y'all by Shemal Shah. All right. Verse 21, behold, victuals shall be so cheap upon earth that they shall think themselves to be in good case. All right. And even then shall evils grow upon earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. Yep. You could go to the store, get you some food. All right. You could go to whatever. You could go to the store and get, some clothes, some cologne, some perfume, some new lipstick, whatever, y'all think it's all good, but what? Right now, tension is growing. All right, tension is constantly growing. All right, hey, that White House post. All right, they're about to push this NWO. All right, and within them pushing the NWO, the New World Order, that comes with a lot of death. And these people, I could go to the store, So the evils is growing. All right, bad times is growing. It's going to get to the point where there's going to be a no escape. You wanted to do your own thing, because Yahweh Shem Shah's prophets is crying out. All right, we're crying out. We're still crying out. We still out there on the highways and byways. All right, warning you of what Esau is about to come and do. All right, what he is doing. All right. But it says, verse 22, for many of them that dwell upon earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. We'll see, a lot of people's about to die of this manufactured famine. All right. It says, and the others that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. All right. So yeah, niggas is going to be able to escape the hunger. How? Through, a lot of niggas taking the chip. All right. But hey, you take that chip, guess what? You're going to be left here in Babylon the Great, aka America, to burn. All right, the nuclear missile is going to be shot over here. And guess what? You're going to be left here. All right. And the dead shall be cast out as dung, and there shall be no man to comfort them, for their earth shall be wasted, and the city shall be cast down. You see, it's about to be told. How you see Babylon looking right now, you could so-called say, some of the cities, it look, okay, it look good, hey, it ain't gonna look like that soon, It's gonna be all torn down, all right? It's gonna be this. Hey, Babylon is gonna be trashed, But it says, there shall be no man left to till the earth and to sow it. The trees shall give fruit, and who shall gather them? The grapes shall ripe, and who shall tread them? For all places shall be desolate of men. So see, that's how much death is gonna be out here, to the point where nature's just gonna be, just growing, it's just gonna be growing. All right. It's gonna look like what's that one movie? I believe that's, no, I don't want to say the wrong thing. Maybe Planet of the Apes, Basically within the cities, it was, natural life growing, all over the place. It wasn't, how niggas in the city, you have a tree, but that tree can't, it can't grow how it won't, They don't allow the roots, to grow how it won't, But hey, in these times to come, the natural, the trees, whatever, it's gonna be everywhere, It's gonna look like nobody's inhabiting this place, Verse 27, so that one man shall desire to see another and to hear his voice. For of a city there shall be 10 left, and 2 of the field which shall hide themselves in the thick groves, and in the clefts of the rocks. All right. So see, that's how. Hey, it's about to be what 10 of a city. All right. Right now here in Indianapolis, I believe it's like damn near 1 million people, if I'm not mistaken. You know. So out of 1 million people, only 10 people are gonna be left. You know. 2 of a field. All right. And what is it? They gonna be hiding. All right. They're gonna be hiding from Esau, from other people. All right. So these are the times that we're coming into. All right. So I'm gonna end it off on this one. This is the book of Romans 13 and verse 11. And that knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep, for now is our salvation nearer than when we believed. All right. So hey, understanding that these are the times that we're coming into, that Yahweh Shem Yahushua is close. All right. Now he's about to fulfill his prophecies. Hey, now is a high time to awake out of sleep. All right. Get out of that sleep state, that dead state. All right. Without the knowledge of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Without Yahweh Shem Yahushua. All right. Now it's time to walk. All right. Like you want to be delivered. All right. The night is far spent. The day is at hand. Let us therefore cast off the works of darkness and let us put on the armor of light. So see, hey, we gotta put on these scriptures, all right, to the best of our ability. All right, walk in these scriptures. All right, we've done enough wickedness in our lives. All right, now it's time to please Yahweh Shem Yahushua, so we can be found worthy in those times to come. So that was pretty much it. So Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. Going to give all glory and praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Kakadash. That will honor to the apostle and elders of Great Millstone. Peace, salutations to the men that are pushing the truth. All right, shalom to the elect, shalom.